The hidden cost of being too coachable as an athlete. Some athletes are hurting their performance by doing exactly what they've been praised for, being coachable. Being coachable is a strength, but if you become too coachable, you stop trusting your own read, your own timing, and your own decisions. If these mental toughness moments help you, subscribe, like the video, and share it with a teammate who might need this. I'm Dr. Haley Perlus, and I help athletes build the mental side of performance so that they can trust themselves when the pressure is high. Here's the distinction. Coachable is not the same as compliant. Coachable means you can hear feedback, stay open, and make smart adjustments. Too coachable means you absorb every opinion, every cue, every correction, and stop deciding what actually fits you. And now athletes get input from everywhere. Head coach, skills coach, strength coach, parents, teammates, film, social media. If you don't filter that, your head gets crowded fast, and your own voice is often left out. That may not seem like a big deal in practice. In competition, it's expensive. Because when pressure rises, you don't have time to sort through 5 different instructions. You need clarity. You need one decision. You need to trust your own read. And that's why some athletes look great in training and then get tight in competition. Not because they don't care, not because they're mentally weak. They're overloaded. Pressure doesn't create that confusion. It can expose it, though. The first hidden cost is hesitation. You miss a shot, a serve, a read, and your brain starts searching. Was it my footwork, my posture, my timing? Am I doing what coach said yesterday or what I worked on this morning? And that search takes time. And in sport, hesitation is often the difference between committed and late. The second cost is dependency. You feel steady when someone is telling you what to do, but shaky when you're on your own. That matters because real confidence is not just believing you'll do well. It's trusting that you can make the next decision without needing someone else to save the moment for you. The third cost is that you can lose your own game. You become so focused on correcting yourself that you forget what actually makes you dangerous. Your instincts, they get quieter. Your strengths get buried under too much instruction. I worked with a college tennis player who was incredibly coachable. After practice, she wrote down everything. Return position, racket prep, toss location, point patterns, recovery steps. She was doing all the right athlete things. But in matches, after 1 or 2 missed returns, you could almost see her searching through that list. By the time she chose what to focus on, the next serve was already on her. Her problem was not effort. It was that she had trained herself to look outside first and then inside and play second. What helped was not becoming less coachable. It was becoming more selective. So here's the shift. Don't try to be easy to coach. Be good at using coaching. A simple tool I give athletes is the 1 cue rule. Training can hold detail. Competition gets 1 cue. After feedback, ask yourself 3 questions. What is the actual change being asked of me? How do I say that in my own words? And what is the 1 cue I will use under pressure? I do that when I'm coaching athletes. I share feedback, get into details, and then ask the athlete to say it in their own words or 1 vision. It's about internalizing the cue so that it's accessible when it's needed most. 1 cue, not 4, not a paragraph. And if you're an athlete who doesn't use a lot of words but more pictures and vision, it's the same thing. 1 vision or focus. Let's say your coach gives you a lot at once. Stay lower, be more aggressive on the first move, finish through contact, trust your hands, all useful. But for competition, you may turn that into 1 cue in your own language. Attack first, or strong through contact, or win the first move. The exact words are not the point. Ownership is. It has to sound like something you would actually say to yourself, or a vision you would actually use, or a feeling you would embrace when the game speeds up. And if you're working with a coach, share it with them. Here's the 1 cue I'm taking into today. That's not pushing back. That's showing you heard their feedback and you're making it usable. This is not about becoming stubborn. Great athletes take feedback all the time, but they filter it, they test it, they keep what sharpens them, and they do not carry every voice in every moment. A really important question for you this week is this. When pressure hits, whose voice do you hear first? If it's always someone else's, that's a sign you need to build your own voice a little stronger. Because in the biggest moments, the decision is still yours. Your coach may not be able to get to you. The pace is fast, the window is small, and if you have not practiced owning your own cue, pressure will show that. So after your next practice, do this. Write down the feedback you got. Circle the one thing that matters most right now. Translate it into one clear cue in your own words, pictures, feelings. Rehearse that cue. Take that cue into competition. Leave the rest in practice. Practice is where you can unpack. Competition is where you simplify. If you want more help building that kind of self-trust, I've got resources and programs linked below, along with ways to work with me. If this helped, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Mental Toughness Moment.